no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Oakland Raiders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 55. Bring it. Shoot.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to run you over.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf. Look at me. Go. Watch twist. Beat them.
On 1st down. Gant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
60 Pittsburgh. Here we go. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Lawrence going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Lawrence. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a give right side. Gant. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He's going to go for a big play down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. There you go. Now.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. DJ Chark. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Gant. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Down. X3. 218. Top. Hey, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, Charlie. Goodbye.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. That was complete to Elliott. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey, Delta.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Gant. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Elliott. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 55 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 6 yards away. And the Patriots get a score closer.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
The extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer.
Patriots 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 2nd down, Gant. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try the left side. Gant. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, Lawrence. He completes this one to Mack. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Down. 91.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. Now, he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Raiders 42, Patriots 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Elliott. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. A little flare.
Yep.
Flare. He's checking.
Big grip.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
Big stop, D.
Now back to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Raiders 42, Patriots 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first. Half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Back at the 47-yard line.
5, Mike 5.
Hey.
Mike 5.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
Ready? Reach out, Horton.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On second down now, Gant. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On first down, Lawrence. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Okay, go.
Back to throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. I got you, pop.
Now.
Second and 10. He finds Taylor. Complete.
That's on second down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get
Third down.
Mike, Buzz. Big ribbon.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
Mike 55. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Bravo.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On first and 10, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
We can't be
They'll
stopped.
take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
On
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55.
Go. Get it.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over.
Recon, 132 fighter. I got one. Mike, 52.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike, 55. check, 54.
Go.
Stop your whining. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Yep.
Smell fear in that
They're going to try and throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
70, Indy. 80 weapons.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
60 yards.
Watch the pass.
Rock it. Ready.
They'll try the left side. Gant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Raiders 63, Patriots 21. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Echo. 5.
They'll set up to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the screen.
Go.
55's Mike, guys, 55. Check,
Smooth.
Mike 55.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yeah, you don't want none. Mike 55.
Now. Hey, Haywood.
Showing it. Kill.
2.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
36. Quick the edge.
Come. Go.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and he's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Hey, zoom.
They'll look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Leo. X3. 218, chopper.
Rush in.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, watch it. Check three.
Go. Big rip.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Go. Ready?
On third down, Gant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in as his guys continue to pour it on. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Raiders 70. Patriots.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys.
And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
First down.
Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike.
Yep.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
What? Hey, Delta. Hey, Sam Fife.
Looking to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Hassan Reddick in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Mike 55. Hey,
Hey, Foxtrot. Go.
55's Mike.
Hard. Hit it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
First down.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
What we got? What we got? Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our
Roll out.
Check 15. Check.
Bravo. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got a man complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second and 6. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
84, Patriots 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for first and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Ready, break. General West. Go.
I'm coming after you. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
55's Mike, guys. 55.
Hey, Echo.
Let's see what you got. Watch.
Look. Squeeze. Let go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it. And this is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And the catch made by Johnson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
70, Indy. 61, matchbox, right. Hey, exit. Now. Motion.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Hey.
First and 10.
Ready?
On first down, Gant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Smooth.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Patriots,
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count them. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the